Hi Aleksandr, this is Mike from Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine, and here she is. She's done. She's ready to come home. It's been a journey, but we've overcome some paint obstacles and got a nice finish on her. So this is the final test before we pack her up to ship her home to you. And in this test, we're going to go over the operation of the machine in case you don't remember, or if you just need a little brush up. And we're going to start by winding a bobbin. Your bobbin, of course, you'll find in your bobbin case down here below the slide plate. Put your spool on the spool pin. Go into this thread guide here. And to go in here, you put your thread sideways and then turn this way, and you'll catch both sides of the thread guide. Then come down to the bobbin winder tensioner and put your thread through the little hole in the side of the bobbin and slide your bobbin onto the bobbin winder. Press the lever on the bobbin winder to put your rubber tire in contact with the hand wheel. And then declutch your machine by turning the knob in the middle of the hand wheel towards you. Quarter, half turn, something like that. You'll feel it hit its stop. And then we're ready to wind a bobbin. Hold on to the tail of thread that's sticking out of the hole. And here we go. Okay, I'm going to adjust the bobbin over a little bit. See how that does. Once the thread's started, you don't need to hold on to that tail anymore. Oh yeah, that's better. So that's plenty of thread for our test. So reclutch your machine by tightening the knob. Push the lever back towards you to release the rubber tire from the hand wheel. And with the thread coming off of the top of the bobbin in this direction, drop it into the bobbin case. And you'll see there's a notch here in the side of your bobbin case. Go into that notch, then go all the way over to the other side, across the opening, and back there. And then you'll be able to go under that little leaf spring, which is your lower tension, and pull until you feel it snap into place. Now when you pull your thread, you'll see the bobbin turn in the counterclockwise direction, and you know you've got it right. Holding on to your, oops, all right. Since I had to take that out, let's do it over and show you again. With the thread coming off the top of the bobbin in this direction, drop your bobbin into the bobbin case, go into this notch in the side of the bobbin case, and across the opening and back behind the edge of the bobbin case, so you can go under this little leaf spring right here, and pull the thread until it comes out in the center of the bobbin release. I think I'm going to add just a hair more tension there by turning this little screw 1/8 of a turn or so. Yeah, that's a little better. Maybe a little more. feels good. Now, holding your bobbin case by the tab there, slip it into the bobbin race and push it in until it clicks into place. Make sure you have it centered. There. To release the bobbin, you have a spring-loaded keeper here. Push up on that while you pull the bobbin out. But for now, we'll push the bobbin in, make sure it's secure, and I don't need quite that much bobbin thread. Now we can put the slide plate back on. This one doesn't slide, it's still called a slide plate. Slip the tab here under the half moon shaped needle plate. Make sure it's lined up evenly and then just snap it down. To thread the machine, put your spool on the spool pin. Guide your thread into this thread guide again. Go vertically and then turn it like that. This is your upper tension. You go directly from the thread guide down behind the bottom of this loop here. And then pull up, and you'll see it catch the little thin check spring here. When you pull on it, you'll see the check spring move. Now you go through the take-up lever from the back towards the front of the machine and down to this thread guide on the needle clamp. Oh, I'm going in the wrong side. The thread slips in from the back of that little loop thread guide. Cut a fresh end on your thread because it's hard if you got a frayed end, it's going to be really hard to push it through that tiny hole in the needle. Now threading from the left to the right. Just thread through the needle. Make sure that you're not wrapped around twice on anything. Now to bring up your lower thread, hold the needle thread loosely and turn the hand wheel away from you. This one turns opposite of most sewing machines. It turns in a clockwise direction. Okay, holding the thread loosely, turn the hand wheel away from you, one full revolution to bring up your lower thread. And there's the lower thread. Put your slide plate back on, make sure it's lined up properly, and then just pop it down without catching your thread. Okay, put your thread between the toes of the pressure foot towards the back of the machine, and you're ready to sew. Make sure you've tightened your clutch knob. Make sure that your bobbin winder is away from the hand wheel. Put your fabric under the pressure foot. Lower the pressure foot using the lever on the back of the machine. This is your stitch length. The longest stitches are in the up position. The very shortest stitches are in the down position. We're going to go about a third of the way up. So we have a medium short stitch. And keeping in mind that the hand wheel turns away from you, not towards you on this machine. We can give it a little gas. This is the your upper tension, and I have it set right now at about 3.5. We'll see how it looks. We may need to adjust that. But here we go. Muscle memory. I almost went the wrong way. Okay, yeah, that looks good on the top and the bottom. Give it a little longer stitch length. And some long, let's go all the way up. Let's give it the longest stitch length. Oh, those are some nice long stitches. Those will be nice for basting. So yeah, she's running, sewing, and looking good. I have a couple little scratches that I made while I was working on it. I'm going to touch those up with a little bit of this same paint here. But once those dry, she'll be ready to pack up and send home to you. Oops. What have I done? I'm going to let off the tension just a little bit, and I'm going to slow down just a little bit. So I think that's what broke our thread. Make sure that 3 instead of 3.5 is sufficient tension. There, in the middle. You have a thread cutter in the back here. I like to use the snips just because it makes a nice clean end on this thread, which is kind of irrelevant since it's already threaded through the needle. But this is, here, let's get rid of these tag ends. This is your stitch. This is where the thread broke, and I started from this end and went back to meet it in the middle here. There's a tiny gap there, but that's just because that's where I stopped. All right, let's see. Right up here, where I turn the corner. Oh no, this is where I started out from. And this is just the leftover thread from when the thread broke. But yeah, this is the stitch on the rear. Since it's white on white, it's going to be hard to see, but maybe with the angle you can see it. I'll include this with the machine. So let me know if there's anything else that you wanted me to do that I may have overlooked. But like I said, I'll touch up a couple little spots, and then we'll pack her up and get her home to you. And thanks. This has been it's not been an easy project, but it's been a really interesting project, and I'm really pleased with the way that she turned out. So again, thank you, and you'll see her soon.